What's going on, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I want to discuss the best build for your creative player in MLB The Show 19. And how I'm going to start this video is by explaining the creative player in MLB The Show 18 a little bit. I want to give you a brief background, and then I want to talk about how in MLB The Show 19 the creative player is built a little bit differently and some possible changes a little bit to what could happen. So first off, I just want to start out with the base stats of the power balance second baseman. And he has 87 contact versus right, 81 contact versus left, 88 power versus right, 82 power versus left, vision at 78, discipline at 82, clutch at 85, fielding at 74, arm strength at 70, arm accuracy 69, speed 65. And this is just the base second baseman. This is without any equipment at all. And honestly, if these are the same builds from MLB The Show 18 and MLB The Show 19, then this card is going to be better than any live series second baseman. So first off, I just wanted to say that I would probably go with a second baseman, a catcher, or a shortstop. Those are probably the three positions that I'm going to go for, and I'm going to explain why in a second here. So this is a second baseman. I also have a shortstop that I maxed out at power balanced as well. I could have chose power for this build. Unlike the second baseman, you weren't able to choose any other build beside. If you went power, then you had to go balance. If you went contact, then you had to go speed, I'm pretty sure. Or you could have went contact and then balanced. I'm not really sure. I always focused on power because that was the meta in this year's game. Now, with that being said, the meta is going to start to change in MLB The Show 19. I guess contact hitters are going to be more usable. I don't really know necessarily how impactful they are going to be because I've never played the game. But I do think that power is also going to be important. So if you can get power at a position like second base when a lot of other players are contact-based hitters at that position, I think that that's going to be the best way to go. I also wanted to go into the program and talk a little bit about the differences because I don't have the game for MLB The Show 19 yet, so I can't show you guys their exact, display of what it looks like. But I do have some evidence and some screenshots of what we're looking at, and it looks pretty similar. We might see some new archetypes based on some new players in MLB The Show 19, and I'll talk about that in a second. But a catcher would be another position that I wish I would have went for in this in MLB The Show 18. I would have went with the power catcher, and this is the base catcher. I will be showing you guys with the added equipment what each of those positions look like here in a second. But I wanted to talk about what you had to do. So you had to play 35 innings with the base creative player. Then you had to get 2 hits in one game with them. You had to play various CPU games on various difficulties against different teams. It was, I guess, the best players at the live series position. So I remember for shortstop, I had to play against the Astros. I had to play against just a variety of teams. The Astros because of Correa, the Indians because of Lindor, stuff like that. In MLB The Show 19, it is a little bit different, and I will be discussing that. This next part that I'm going to talk about is what the creative player looks like after the equipment is added. And the reason why I'm going into storage and screenshots are because you have to go into an actual game in order to get these stats, and it's easy. It's much quicker for me to do it this way in the video. But for the shortstop, power balance, this is what he's looking at. He's 93 contact versus right, 86 contact versus left, 107 power, 104 power, 95 vision, 89 discipline, 94 clutch. The amazing fielding. The difference between the power balance and the power is the power player would have a little bit less fielding. He would have this one more arm strength attribute, so he'd have 99 arm strength, and I think he would have a little bit less speed for the power. I chose power balance because I wanted a more of a all-around player. I wanted a 5-tool player at shortstop. I thought that was important, and I had this card. This was an endgame. This is an endgame shortstop. Rivaled Immortals for me, and those are the best cards in this game if you're unfamiliar with what that is. If you're wondering why his name is Pablo Sanchez, there's a Backyard Baseball created, or I guess player that was made up, that is a 5-tool player known as the Secret Weapon. I played this game a lot when I was younger, and I figured this is the perfect name for my creative player. He hits like Reggie Jackson, steals bases like Lou Brock, and catches balls like Willie Mays. So we actually have all 3 of those players in MLB The Show 19, which is kind of funny. But I just wanted to show you guys what the second baseman looked like as well. 96 contact versus right, 90 contact versus left, 114 power versus right, 108 versus left, 93 vision, 93 discipline, 97 clutch, 88 fielding, 87 arm strength, 83 speed with a little bit lower of a steal rating. But the reason why he's so good is because I spent so many stubs on equipment, and I will go into that real quick here. Equip created player, and I've done a video on this before. I spent 400,000 stubs on this created player, and I did buy some of this equipment through the stub sale when they did the stub sale, and everything went up by double the price pretty much. But the reason why I'm showing you this is because I wanted to explain that I actually did grind out multiple created players. I had a created player in MLB The Show 16. It was a little bit different as well. 17 was a little bit different with exchanges and everything. You actually had to feed cards into your created player. This year it was more grind based, like an Immortal, which I did like. In this upcoming year's game, this is what the screen looks like, and it is a little bit different. It's more moments based, and what I mean by moments based is you're going to actually be going into your build. See, as we can see here, there's similar builds. We have the first baseman at bronze, starts off at a 70, then he goes to 75, 78, then he goes into a gold, and then probably another gold or a diamond, and then another diamond. So we'll see the same type of builds, probably, depending on the position. With players like Jason Kendall and Ivan Rodriguez, we might see a couple more builds when it comes to catchers and speed players. My camera went out of focus a little bit, but nonetheless, the grind for this is much different. You have to play 100 innings with this creative player. You get bonus innings for online play, which means you can actually get 2 missions done at once if you just hop right in online. If you collect silver players, silver first baseman and gold first baseman, you can grab some points that way. But the main difference is moments. As you can see in the top right, new moments have been unlocked. This was just after they created their player over on the live stream on Twitch. And this is what it looks like. These are the moments. You go into certain situations with these players like Eric Hosmer, Jesus Aguilar, Cody Bellinger, Anthony Rizzo, and Freddie Freeman. So even though you don't have these players on your team, you go into it, various difficulties. Looks like veteran here. You have to hit a home run with Jesus Aguilar. And that's his prime. That's what he does best. That's his prime factor of baseball. He hits a lot of home runs, so that's what you have to do in this situation. I think that's awesome. Rather than playing full games against the computer, rather than grinding out hundreds and hundreds of innings at bats, stat missions with your creative player, then you just have to do this. If you do these missions, just these moments missions, you complete all of these, you should have a gold creative player right away. I mean, if not, you have to go in with the silver or gold player, play some innings with them, and that one will unlock you the diamond card. Now, we're looking at first baseman here. We don't really get a chance to see the different archetypes, but I would suggest going for a catcher, second baseman, shortstop, going with power balanced. Or, I mean, if you want to try the new builds out, go for it. Go with a contact speed build. Go with a contact balance build. But me personally, I'm most likely going to go with a catcher to start with because I didn't have a catcher in MLB The Show 18, and I really wasn't. I liked Piazza, but he wasn't all that great for me. There was a few more options as the year went on. There was that Finest Lindor, different players like that. We will see Rogers Hornsby at second base, who has an amazing power. We'll see a signature series card from him. I'm 100% sure, just about. And then we'll also see, that Joe Morgan 99 overall card makes a difference. But this next screenshot is a little bit different. I want to talk about the closing pitchers and starting pitchers. So in this year's game, I never faced one created player. In MLB The Show 18, I never faced one created player that was a starting pitcher. I did face some closing pitchers and relief pitchers, and those cards were pretty nasty. They were really effective. In this year's game, if you notice, the moments are cut in half. There are also those exchanges. There are also the collections of silver and golds, closing pitchers, starting pitchers. There's the inning pitched with your creative player. But right here, it shows moments cut in half. You're going to be able to do closing pitcher moments and starting pitcher moments in order to grind this creative player out. But you're not just going to get one. You're going to get one closer and one starter. You're going to get to choose between those guys. And I actually have their stats right here. And I'm going to be showing you guys what the program looks like more in depth. I have a live clip from the stream yesterday. I believe this is the break. Yeah, it's focused on break in this one. And as we can see here, he has 99 break, he has 99 hits per 9, 91 Ks per 9. This is all before equipment is added. But if you notice, he has two seam at 96 or 97 miles an hour with the changeup at 72 and a knuckle curve. This is similar to an Alex Wood gold card that we saw in MLB The Show 18. This card is absolutely filthy. If you get one of these, I might even go for one of these guys. Mix him in the bullpen. Why the heck not? If he's easier to get than they were in MLB The Show 18, I'm going to try to grind out a few of these positions. But I really wanted to focus on what the best builds are, and these are the examples that we have. This is the other one. This is a velocity-based closer. He has a four-seam, a cutter, and a changeup. So a variety of different pitches. The last year's game, he only had, a slider, a changeup, and a fastball or something like that. But I wanted to just break it down a little bit further for you guys and go into this video that we have here. So this is what it looks like. You're going to be able to choose one closer, one starter in this specific pack. So when it comes to other positions, you're not going to be able to choose two different builds, I don't think. So make sure that you're choosing the right build that you want. Make sure that you looked at the equipment as well and see what kind of attributes they're added, see what the meta is, and maybe even play some games before you make a decision on a diamond created player, if that makes sense. Make sure that you know what you're doing when it comes to grinding them out. We saw more of a variety of builds when it comes to pitchers. They let us know about the velocity focus, break focus, and balance, I think, for the other one. So these were the same builds as last year. But when it comes to catchers and I guess second baseman or shortstops or a variety of corner infielders, we might see different archetypes. If it's the same, I would stick with power balanced. I would stick with power as much as you can here. So let me go ahead and pull this back up to take a look at the creative player. This card was amazing for me. I just wanted to end the video by going through some of the equipment. I did buy some of the exclusive holiday equipment, so keep in mind that there will be holiday equipment released throughout the year that you will be able to pick up for a little bit cheaper, some of which is better than some of the diamond equipment. So there's a variety of ways to build your creative player. There's no feeding players into them anymore. It's all moments based. I really like how they did that. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know what position you're going to be grinding out your creative player. And I know I'm going for catcher, second base, shortstop right away. I'm trying to get diamonds at all three of those positions so that way I can build the rest of my team around that. I'm probably going to choose Lou Gehrig or a pitcher from my pre-order diamond. And until next time, guys, I'm College Lefty. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Peace out.